on Kiwi.
The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Wine Vault Radio with Jason Bryant from winevaulttv.com.
Yeah, he's back from winevaulttv.com, the Wine Vault on Twitter as well. And you've been to Wellington, Jason, haven't you? G'day there.
G'day, Wammo. Yeah, just come back. When was it? Wednesday night. Carnage at Wellington Airport. Flights cancelled, wind, fog, everything.
The usual.
Well, I say the usual, but kind of like people down there were adamant that it wasn't.
Of course, yeah.
And I missed the only two golden days of winter down there when the sun was actually visible.
Yeah.
I turned up and it rained, but I tend to do that.
Wellington today, 1 degree cooler than Christchurch.
Yeah. So, tells you a lot. But I met some really, really cool people down there. Had a mini kind of gathering on Monday night, just after I'd landed, and do you know what? It's fantastic. The people down there are really, really cool. Really, really cool. And so then I had the fortune of being taken around, like on a guided tour, not by people in the wine industry, because that's not what I want, but real people.
Yeah. And of the hot spots. Where'd you go?
Martinborough. In Martinborough. We went out to the wine area of Martinborough and did 4 wineries there, because Martinborough was it's like a ghost town. It's like post-apocalyptic kind of state.
That's not good.
No, it was just like you almost saw the tumbleweed and the cockroaches walking down the street, kind of thing. It was desolate.
Yeah.
Most things were closed. We could only find 4 wineries that were open. Well, their cellar doors were open.
Yeah.
And the cellar door is like the sales tasting room of a vineyard.
And how was that?
3 out of 4. So 75% were absolutely fantastic. And the wine that we reviewed last week, the Tekaranga, their cellar door was fantastic, as was Schubert, as was Aotearangi, who are probably one of the most prestigious wineries down there.
Because what are you looking for from some good cellar door service?
Knowledgeable staff, people who interact, people who don't mind actually pouring the wine into your glass and chatting about it.
Passion would be
passion,
right up there,
yeah, engagement, a kind of conversation, that whole thing, just being nice and friendly and knowledgeable, and all of that was missing at this one winery, which was as we were leaving. Because I got this funny thing that you go on this great New Zealand wine trail, and as you're leaving Martinborough, the signs still continue, and they take you to the airport, to the ferry terminal, and I'm thinking, that's terminal, that's finished.
Yeah.
Right, but it's supposed to carry on to Marlborough.
Yeah.
But I don't think they say that at all, so it seems slightly...
There's a disconnect between north and south.
Yeah, absolutely. So, just, if I had gone to Martinborough and left with this one winery, whose name I won't mention, but unless they don't answer my email, if I'd left there and then gone to Marlborough and had an experience like I did last year in Marlborough at one of the flagship wineries there, I'd have probably left the country. The cellar door service was just appalling.
Wow.
It's the worst. Those 2 are the worst cellar door experiences in my life.
What do you make of charging for cellar door service? Because some charge if you don't buy a bottle.
Yeah, which, do you know, the jury's... I'm on the fence. I don't sit on the fence very often. I'm on the fence on that one. Well, the crisis... there's a big crisis within the industry.
Yeah, well, bring us around to that, because you were asking this week on Twitter if you're asking whether or not people thought the government should step in and save the wine industry, and I was going to reply, but then I was thinking, I just want to get into it right now. But what does it need saving? Is it that bad? What is bad?
I think the domestic market, and for a lot of these wineries, the overseas markets and value of the product, we're at a critical point. And we need the small wineries. Like, it's really sad this week. I heard Cape Campbell had gone into receivership. There's Paratua. There's Danny Schuster, the oldest key player in Waipara. There are more on the cards to go before Christmas.
So they're in receivership, they're not in liquidation. They're not.
These are going to go bust. Yeah, and the industry is hurting, and it's our 6th largest industry. And it's got such a kind of great brand name globally. Can we afford to let it slip?
No.
But I don't know the answers. I don't know what to do.
It's interesting because just as the global crisis was hitting, I think was it Fisher and Paykel got in trouble, and straight away, I think John Key said in that, right, we can't. This iconic brand cannot fail.
Yeah.
But obviously that doesn't necessarily apply to everything.
No, it doesn't. And now whether we put money in, not directly to the wineries, but help them with management and marketing, so that we don't overtake the company, but we assist them into finding ways that they can sell their wine. I'm quite passionate. I don't want to see any New Zealand winery fail. I think we need everybody in it, the big and the small. And it's one of my passions. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it fail.
Fair enough. Let's crack open a bottle.
Absolutely.
To celebrate the New Zealand wine industry. This is New Zealand wine.
This is New Zealand wine, although it's not a New Zealand really known grape. It's a Tempranillo 2009 peat shed, small parcels from Peter Yealands. And we talked about Peter Yealands a few weeks ago. Yeah. So I thought I'd actually bring in one of his wines. Now, Tempranillo is the indigenous grape of Rioja in France.
Oh, yes.
In Spain. Geez.
Spain, right.
In Spain, and kind of just south of Bilbao. And right now in Rioja there's this real kind of New World, Old World style. And it's becoming Parkerized, and so they're becoming really big masculine wines as well.
Parkerized?
Yeah, Robert Parker Jr. Sounds like out of the Ghostbusters movie.
Wine critic?
Wine critic from the States. Yeah. Ex-lawyer. And now does kind of Robert Parker, wine advocate. And he likes a certain style. He likes stuff like American humour, obvious slapstick stuff. So if it's not speaking to you straight away, it ain't good. Okay. So he wants all fruit, alcohol, and stuff like this. It's, it's not my style.
Not
it's
your
sweet. Thing. It's alcoholic. It doesn't match any food, and it's for me. It's just a bit one-dimensional.
One day there'll be a region that'll be Bryantonized.
No, there won't.
They'll say, "Oh yeah, that place that's been Bryantonized."
It'll be full of character and interest.
Indeed.
Yep. Now, Tempranillo for me should be quite light, especially given that the food and the surroundings and the heat.
Certainly light in colour.
It's light in colour, yeah.
It's almost like a Pinot type colour.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
This would be my first try at this grape.
Well, you may have had a Rioja and not known about it.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, and because they don't put Tempranillo on the label,
right?
So they just call it Rioja. And I've got to say that the nose, there's a bit of kind of oakiness on the nose, right? Because
a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not too dissimilar from Pinot.
A little bit berry kind of
berry compote.
Yeah, because there's not really one sort of berry in there.
No.
It's a berry mash.
It's a melange.
Yeah.
Seeing as we're in Europe. You like it?
I do. I really do. Yeah, it's kind of almost sort of a little bit floral.
And seductive.
I like it.
Now, given that
it's quite
tart.
Tart, yes.
Yeah. Given that Marlborough and the Archery is not renowned for a climate similar to that of Spain, I've got to say, as a fresh, fruity, vibrant young wine, it's probably not typical of Rioja or Tempranillo as a grape. It's like Tempranillo made by a Pinot Noir maker. For me,
it's got a little touch of the old Moed boysenberry. Or boysen cider that we had.
There's a certain cordialness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not such a bad thing. This is a great because you brought it in at a cooler temperature. Did you chill it?
No, I didn't chill it. It's the natural selection.
It tastes like a summer red. You'd have nice chilled summer
Absolutely.
summer red.
Do you know what I would say? You could